Yo, it's Tucson Anime here, and today we have to discuss why Boruto versus Jigen and Issihiki isn't close. And before you call me a madman, you're just gonna have to let me cook on this one. After the recent chapter 7 of Boruto 2 Blue Vortex, I can say confidently that Boruto is now the strongest character of the Naruto franchise. Mitsuki versus Boruto wasn't supposed to be a display of Boruto's strength. It was mostly focused on the narrative and the character dynamics of Boruto and Mitsuki. Like I said in my video The Truth, the whole purpose of that fight was for Mitsuki to realize that Kawaki wasn't his son. But with that being said, we still got a crazy statement that Mitsuki made during his fight against Boruto that puts Boruto at the top of his verse. So you know the motto by now, just let me cook. We're gonna have fun with this video. It's gonna be a quick power scaling video because I've already covered how Boruto is beyond or at Ishiki's level. But before I dive in and why Boruto versus Issihiki and Jigen isn't close, we need to go over why Jigen and Issihiki were such powerhouses in the Boruto franchise. Jigen was introduced to us as the leader of the mysterious organization Kara, adopted father of Kawaki. We didn't have much information on the character, and Kawaki installed false hope in the fandom by saying that Naruto may be stronger than Jigen. Yes, we learned the hard way, because Jigen won a 2v1 mid to no difficulty against the two strongest characters of the franchise, adult Naruto and Sasuke. Let's dive into some of his feats, strengths, and weaknesses. Start off with Jigen's speed and shrinking efficiency. Jigen was shrinking and moving so fast that Sasuke had to take a break from the fight and use his Sharingan to observe and monitor Ishiki's movements to figure out how they can beat him. Let's not forget how he was dancing around Naruto and Sasuke at full power when he was in his V2 state. They couldn't even touch the guy. Now let's talk about his strength and his AP. When Jigen first kicked Naruto, Naruto instantly realized how heavy Jigen's kicks were. After their battle, Jigen effortlessly dealt so much damage to Sasuke and Naruto. Point after the battle, it took days for them to be healed and be able to recover from the fight against Jigen. V2, Jigen literally broke through a Susanoo and kicked Sasuke out of it. Naruto, his avatar state. And mind you, Jigen was doing this against two of the strongest characters of the verse. We saw how a fatigued Sasuke and a 50% chakra Naruto did fuse Momoshiki, who was winked to the heavens before his introduction. Momoshiki fought weaker versions of Sasuke and Naruto and didn't even make it out alive, while Jigen fought them at full health, full power, and nearly killed them off. No need to go over Karma V1 and Karma V2 because as a fandom, by now you should understand the massive power amp that Karma V1 and Karma V2 gives the user. So let's talk about some of Jigen's weaknesses. Man only really has two weaknesses. The first one is that he cannot shrink and absorb at the same time. That was the one weakness that Sasuke and Naruto tried to exploit during their fight against V1 Karma Jigen, but it failed because he teleported out the way. The second weakness is that Jigen's unable to use his full power within this body, because if he uses his full power, the body will fall apart. Literally what happened when he fought against Naruto and Sasuke. That's the whole reason why Kashin Koji moved in to fight against Jigen. With that being said, when Jigen's body falls apart, you know who comes out next. Issihiki Utsutsuki. And Issihiki is a dog and his feats are off the charts. He's 5 times stronger than Jigen, and we know how dirty he did Sasuke and Naruto, and also Boruto. Breaking his arm was crazy, I'm not gonna lie. Ishiki's speed was off the chart, his strength was off the charts, his AP was off the charts, and it took Naruto to unleash a brand new form to even box with the man. Amado, the man that's been working on Issihiki for so long, said that Issihiki was way stronger than Jigen, and he was praying that the 3-day time limit would be the trump card. Don't really have to go about all the strengths of Issihiki because Issihiki is the pinnacle of power in the Naruto / Boruto franchise. If you put Issihiki in Shippuden, he's killing everybody. If you let Issihiki run rampant in Boruto, he's killing everyone. This man was him. Only chink in Ishiki's armor was his 3-day time limit. In this situation, since we don't know what full health Issihiki would have looked like, I'm going to use Issihiki with the 3-day time limit. It's only right. That's the only character we have feats for. Now let's move on to the man, the myth, the legend, Boruto Uzumaki. Time skip Boruto in base is above Jigen level. We know this because it was stated that code without his limiters is above Jigen level, just like Damon and just like Ida. We saw Boruto react of all of Code's movements and attacks, which led to base Boruto no diffing Code. It didn't even look like Boruto tried against Code. And this is Boruto holding back because he couldn't kill Code because he needed the intel to locate the Ten Tails. Let's look at Boruto's strengths and weaknesses. Boruto has Karma, V1 and V2. We know about all the amps that come with Karma. On top of that, Boruto in his base, not even trying, not bloodlusted, is above Jigen level, meaning he's able to react to threats above Jigen, keep up with their speed, and go blow for blow. On top of that, Boruto has the durability of a Otsutsuki. You guys remember when Kawaki speared Boruto through his chest. Momoshiki used the rest of his data to heal Boruto, making Boruto 100% Otsutsuki. This power-up also gave Boruto a larger chakra pool. If you're wondering how Boruto is spamming the flying Raijin, you have to remember, after Momoshiki healed Boruto's hole, making him 100% Otsutsuki, saw when Kawaki attempted to kill Boruto and bury him to the ground, Boruto was able to use a massive Rasengan to unearth himself. Boruto was never able to use a massive Rasengan by himself until he became 100% Otsutsuki. On top of that, Boruto can fly, and with the flying Raijin, his speed is off the charts. Boruto's speed has to be crazy because he was reacting to Miski's Sage Mode clones without issues. Miski did bad, bro. I'm not gonna lie. In terms of weaknesses, I really don't see Boruto having any weaknesses right now. I'm not even trying to hype him up. I'm just going based off of everything we have. Man's flying around like he's Superman, but enough of the glazing. Let's move on. Move on to the main event. Jigen versus Boruto. Who's going to win? And it's going to be Boruto 0 difficulty. The reason being, Boruto already defeated somebody that was stated to be way stronger than Jigen. So how could this fight go any possible way but Boruto taking the W? Quick maths, man. Simple maths, for real. Now let's move on to Issihiki versus Boruto. He is a powerhouse, but I still think Boruto's taking this mid difficulty. Just off the simple fact that base Boruto is already above Jigen level. Imagine Boruto with his Karma V1 and his Karma V2 states. That will put him well above Issihiki level or equal to. Let's not forget, we also don't know what abilities Boruto gained from Momoshiki. If you remember, when Boruto teleported Issihiki to that dimension at the beginning of the Issihiki versus Naruto and Sasuke fight, Issihiki was worried about what other abilities that Boruto learned from Momoshiki. And if that's not enough, we have a statement from Boruto Next Generations paired up with the most recent statement that we got from Miski that we can use to rank Boruto above Issihiki. And I know statements can be contradicted as the story progresses, but this statement is valid until proven otherwise. Chapter 71, page 35. Amado says Kawaki has regained Karma and simultaneously inherited Ishiki's abilities. His power is likely to keep growing, and as of right now, there's no one in Konoha who can oppose Kawaki's power, including the Hokage. The main takeaway from the statement was that Kawaki's powers will continue to grow, and the ceiling cap will be Ishiki's power level. This is a fact. If you compare Kawaki's dojutsu from chapter 66 up until Boruto 2 Blue Vortex, chapter 1, you see Kawaki's dojutsu with all 8 just like Issihiki, meaning Kawaki's power has grown to Ishiki's. So when Miski said in chapter 7 that Boruto is stronger and Kawaki doesn't stand a chance against him, we can put Boruto above Issihiki. Before you say Miski isn't a reliable source, you have to remember Miski is a genius of his own, and he also knows about Karma and Karma V2. So he understands the power gaps and the power amps that you get from these abilities. And Miski has been tailing Kawaki for 3 years. Back to my main point. Boruto can defeat Issihiki 0 to mid difficulty. That's it for the video. Like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I'm out.